Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be continuing my series of looking at every location in Avatar The Last Airbender. Just to be clear, this is the route that Aang, Sokka, and Katara used during the events of Book 2. I'll likely make a separate video for Zuko and Iroh. Number 1. General Fong's Fortress. The Northern Water Tribe took Katara, Sokka, and Aang nearby this Earth Kingdom fortress by ship. They likely took the route from the Arctic Sea through a river that connects the East and West Lakes to the Mose Sea. They then flew Appa to this secluded fortress. It was one of the last Earth Kingdom holdouts, situated strategically close to the Fire Nation. Number 2. The Cave of Two Lovers. This was a passage within the Kowloon mountain range, formed by Oma and Shu after learning earthbending from the badger moles. The layout constantly shifted due to badger moles, but luminescent crystals would guide travelers to an exit if they trusted in love and allowed their torches to go out. It leads to the city of Omashu. Number 3. Omashu. We end up back at Omashu. This time it's overtaken by the Fire Nation. King Bumi held hostage. Aang, Katara, and Sokka devise an escape plan for the Earth Kingdom residents within the city. Number 4. The Foggy Bottom Swamp. The swamp we see in Avatar The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra. It was one of the most spiritual places in the world. The roots of the ancient banyan tree spread across the entire world, allowing the Avatar to locate people. Number 5. Chin Village. This village was a part of Chin the Conqueror's conquest. It was named in his honor. The villagers of this town demonized the Avatar because they falsely believed Kyoshi murdered Chin the Great, as they called him. They would destroy effigies of the various avatars during the annual festival called Avatar Day. This tradition was eventually changed when Aang saved the village from the rough rhinos. Number 6. Kyoshi Island. Sokka and Katara travel back to Kyoshi Island in order to find evidence to clear Kyoshi and by extension Aang's name. Number 7. Gaoling. This was the city that Toph was from. It was the capital of a larger autonomous state in the Earth Kingdom known by the same name. The Beifongs were a wealthy family that lived in the city for generations. There was an earthbending school headed by the greedy Master Yu, and an earthbending stadium that hosted an underground wrestling event called Earth Rumble. Number 8. Tuzin. This town was located near valuable metals and became a mining destination for earthbenders looking for work. It served as a border for the southern Zhejiang province, situated in a valley a little ways away from the Siwang Desert. By the 100-Year War, all the metals had been stripped away and the town was completely abandoned. Number 9. The Quarry Campsite. This is where Aang first learned to earthbend. Sokka became trapped in a fissure and was almost killed by a saber-toothed moose lion. Number 10. The Misty Palm Oasis. This was a location we see in both Avatar The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra. For most of its history, it contained a large icy spring at the center of a small settlement. It was always a hotspot for trade with groups like the Beetle-Headed Merchants. However, by the end of the 100-Year War, all of the ice had almost completely melted. Number 11. Wan Shi Tong's Library. This was the library that originated from the spirit world. The spirit Wan Shi Tong preserved its knowledge and brought it into the physical world a few thousand years before the events of the show. It became an attraction to humans who learned of its extensive knowledge, but became more and more difficult to locate as it was submerged by the sand. Because Sokka, Katara, and Aang lied to gain information for the Eclipse invasion, Wan Shi Tong decided to take it back to the spirit world. Number 12. The Siwang Desert. This was the largest desert located in the Avatar world. It made up a good chunk of the Earth Kingdom, and it contained little to no moisture. Only the sand-bending tribes and the beetle-headed merchants, groups indigenous to the desert, could survive within it for extended periods of time. Number 13. Full Moon Bay. A secluded cove on the southern coast of the East Lake. Refugees from the southern Earth Kingdom could take the ferry system if they had an official passport. Number 14. The Serpent's Pass. This was the only land bridge that connected the southern Earth Kingdom to the northern Earth Kingdom. It was so treacherous, a sign was erected at the start of the trail that read, "Abandon Hope." Some parts of the pass weren't even fully above the water. A giant eponymous serpent swam around the lake and attacked travelers. 15. Ba Sing Se. The city of Ba Sing Se was the capital of the Earth Kingdom, as well as one of its constituent states. It was ruled by the Earth Monarch and was the largest city in the world. Its Great Wall was once thought to be impenetrable, but was almost breached twice during the events of the 100-Year War. The Dai Li were founded by Kyoshi to preserve the cultural heritage of this city, but eventually became corrupt and became the central authority within it. It was split into multiple segments, including the Agrarian Zone, the lower, middle, and upper rings. Number 16. Lake Laogai. This was a large lake located within the Agrarian Zone of Ba Sing Se. There was a massive underground facility where the Dai Li used brainwashing to silence dissidents and create a loyal servant class that acted as government officials and undercover spies for the Dai Li. Number 17. Chameleon Bay. This was the inlet located to the north of the Eastern Sea, where Hakoda was stationed at. Aang dropped Sokka off on his way to the Eastern Air Temple. Number 18. The Eastern Air Temple. This was one of the 2 homes exclusive to the Air Nomad nuns. Sometime during Aang's childhood, he was taken to this temple where he met Appa. This was where Kyoshi's mother Jessa was born, and was exiled by the other nuns for having worldly attachments. It was this air temple that sustained the most damage during the Air Nomad genocide. If you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and leave a like and leave a subscription. And maybe check out some of my other Avatar content if you're interested. I'll see you guys all in my next video.